just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It's Friday night. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat if you're watching us right now in the Pacific or in Los Angeles. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I was caught off guard. I have not shared yet the show, but anyways, if you're watching us in the Philippines, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. As always, I hope you had a wonderful lunch or having a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, loved ones, significant others. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And of course, special mention, happy viewing, and good day to all our Team Replay and Team Share. This is a wonderful, wonderful evening today. If you're watching us in Los Angeles, it is so humid. It's unbelievable. It's the day of as it goes through the night, medyo lumamig na ng konti. Talagang it was just hot today. It's a hot Friday here in Los Angeles. So hopefully, to my understanding, in the Philippines, in some parts of the country, it's still raining. So ingat-ingat lang po tayo dyan, and hopefully you enjoy the show. Our first honor for today is Gilda Cooper, a good friend of mine, who's watching us from Carson, California. Sabi niya, I want champoy in Binondo. You should have said, you should have told me, I would have brought you some. Well, next time. Anyways, maganda yung show natin ngayon tonight because this is gonna be kind of different. Because as you already, if you've been following the show, there's a lot of times that I do interviews with celebrities, with businesses, with services, and I do a lot of travelogue as well. And it is not a secret that I was away for a while. I was in Asia, and of course while there, I took advantage na makapag-ikot din and para doon sa ating Filipinos abroad as well as Filipinos in Manila or in the Philippines who are not able to travel for one reason or another. So anyways, before we continue, we are live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So if you are not a subscriber yet, please share. Please like first, share, and subscribe. And you could always click on that notification bell so you would be always notified every time that there is a PHLB radio shows ongoing. Also, simultaneously, we are live on PHLB Radio Facebook page. So yan. So also, simultaneously, we are live on different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And if you're using PHLB, if you're watching us using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you are interested to know more about our shows, as well as the station, you could easily log in to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Yan. Ako. Teka, maraming nakapasok right now. Si Cesar Ong Jr. is watching us from Quezon City. Today is Saturday. Maybe you are traveling in Batangas, but happy viewing sa'yo. So hello, Kuya. Hello to you as well, as to your family, kay Matthew, kay John, kay Carmi as well. Desi Santos is watching us also from Quezon City. Hello, Desi. Hopefully everything is fine. I know it's still hot and it's raining there in Manila. But regards to your family, to Jerisa as well as to Louie. And happy viewing to everybody. Yan. So before anything else, naku, ang saya talaga. There's a lot of travels that I did in the past months. And there's a lot of places that I visited while I was in Asia, specifically while I was in Manila, and I'll show that to you as we progress with our shows in future episodes. But for now, I know a lot of people are eager, and I got a lot of text messages because when I announced that it will be about Binondo, which is Manila's Chinatown. It's the oldest Chinatown. They said, well, they said it's the oldest Chinatown in the world. So we don't know what it is, but it was established back in, I was told it was established, imagine, back in 1594. Grabe. So it's known as it is also touted to be world's oldest Chinatown. And of course, Binondo is a part of a district of Manila. So, of course, we all know the current mayor, the mayor-elect and mayor pronounced, of course, is Yorme. Si Yorme po ang mayor. And of course, we did this during, prior to the proclamation of, prior to Mayor Yorme being declared or proclaimed as mayor. So you'll see it's still crowded, and it's still not it's not as clean as we would hope. But next time I'm back in Manila, I'll definitely do the before and after. We're seeing the before Yorme took office, or before Mayor Isko Moreno took office, and we'll see that. And this was the video that we took prior to the election of Mayor Yorme, or Mayor Isko Moreno. There's a lot of things going on in Manila, and I don't have that video at the moment on the changes. As soon as he took his position as mayor, there's a lot of cleaning that was done, and it is all for the good of the Manileños, I was told. So hopefully one of these days we will be able to interview live si Yorme Domagoso, or better known as Isko Moreno. And that's in our future episode. But for the time being, I know you guys are waiting with bated breath about my trip to Ongping, or Binondo, which I said earlier, is the oldest Chinatown in the world. Yan. As we all know, alam naman natin, when you go to Binondo, it's the mecca of the Filipino or the Chinese community, the Filipino-Chinese community, where there's a lot of food, a lot of commerce, a lot of businesses, a lot of restaurants, and you'll see all that. At I did also a food trip, courtesy, of course, my good cousin Des and Louis at the time. It was really a good trip. I was able, and we'll show that the most thing that people are talking about is, I don't know if you grew up in the Philippines, you would know that buchi. Buchi is the one that looks like a donut. It's elongated, and it has a lot of sugar. It's even I fall in line just to partake of this pastry. And also we will show you also the siopao, the toasted siopao. Now and I'll give you some feedback on that, because here, if we talk about here in the US, or maybe in some parts of the country, when you say toasted, it's the whole bun that's being cooked or deep fried. In the Philippines, in Binondo, it's different, and you'll see the difference between the siopao outside of the Philippines or outside of Binondo. When I was thinking toasted, it would be like it's the whole thing is cooked, but no, it's just the bottom of it, and I'll show that to you in the video forthcoming. And then of course, si Angelina Tabuena is watching. Hi, Angelina. How are you? Happy viewing. I don't know where you're watching us from, but please do let us know where are you watching. But happy viewing, and welcome to our show. And si Neil Perhel Bosi, of course, of Mega World, is watching us. Nako, if you are in the market of condominiums, in the Philippines, si Neil ang inyong hanapin. And Neil is a prolific sales agent ng Mega World Corporation. Yeah, si Hilda is watching us from the Philippines as well. Happy viewing sa'yo and to your family as well. Okay, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna show some footage of Binondo. But before we do that, I need to give a shout out to a good friend of ours, si Brad Deason, who is the producer of the An Evening, Romantic Evening with Brian McKnight. So we're gonna show that in a minute. Yan, An Evening with Brian McKnight, and it's gonna be showing on Saturday. It's gonna be September 6th, and it's gonna be the gates open at 5:30 p.m. It's An Evening with Brian McKnight. Siguro, especially for Filipinos, we know Brian McKnight. He's very famous American singer. And yung One Last Cry, I'm not gonna sing, but you would know who Brian McKnight. And anytime back at one, mga famous songs niya. So he will be doing a concert this Saturday, September 6th, and the gates open exactly at 5:30 p.m. And the SVP or Super VIP, which is a limited ticket, it's a price at $358. VIP ticket is $198. Gold ticket is $158. Silver is $128. Bronze is $98. And general admission is $78. And of course, there's a lot of free parking. As far as the location, it's going to be at the world famous and really beautiful venue, which is the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. And it's going to be at the Redondo Beach, California, of course. And for tickets, ito na. For tickets, hopefully we could highlight the numbers. Yo, can you do that for me, please? It's going to be free parking. And for tickets, you can call Jackie. I think it's Jackie De Hoya, this one. And it's area code 619-988-0711. And or Larry, 562-276-3836, or Floor 626-274-5783, Carly 818-938-7446, and Imelda 562-676-5833. Okay, now this is a special announcement. Effective Monday, which is the 23rd. The 24th Monday. Hold on. Is it the 25th? Starting Monday, the 25th here in Los Angeles or in the States, I was told by the producer, Brad Deason, the tickets will be 50% off on all the tickets sold for that week. So imagine that. So it's 50% off on all the price tickets. So if I were you, this is An Evening with Brian McKnight. Yan. Ikaw. Si Adrian Manapat is watching us as well. Adrian, where are you watching us from? Sabi niya, hi Kuya Josh. Hi Adrian as well. Si Luz Piminda Marasigan is watching us. Nako, Luz. Binagyo-bagyo ako while I was there. But definitely, I really need to see you and Eddie once I'm back, and that hopefully soon. I was planning to see you, but as you know, I get stranded during the Edong typhoon, baha sa Manila. Sabi niya, hello Kuya Josh. And of course, hello to Eddie as well. Yan. So eto na. Alam ko, excited na lahat na maka-watch ng my explore. We will explore, we will partake of the food trip that I did, and of course we will cover the Eng Bitin restaurants at saka yung mga mahihilig sa hopya, tikoy, mooncake. Nako, lahat na nandun na. Lahat, this was such a good trip. I think I gained 5 pounds just doing this video. So here you go. And you could see, and I'll do the voiceover of this one. Like what I said, Binondo started 1594, I was told. Grabe, di ba? Ang tagal na pala ng Binondo at it is, they said that Binondo, it's known as the world's oldest Chinatown. And of course, like what I said, it's part of the district of Manila. Okay, and of course, it's a hub or a mecca of Chinese Filipino culture, commerce, and cuisine. Tapos the area is home. Ayan, ito maganda to. So of course, when you are in Binondo, you have to taste the Binondo lumpia, and this is how it's being made. Grabe, and for those are kind of very health conscious, no worries. The all the servers, they're wearing hairnet as well as gloves. So they're very kasi 'di ba, we have this notion pag sa Chinatown medyo make problema sa sanitation. But look, this is first hand that you're seeing right now how the Binondo lumpia is being made, and you could tell talagang very carefully being assembled or created, and this unbelievable because the line of people waiting for their orders to be filled, talagang napakahaba ng ano at so talagang napakasarap. This is so different, and I wish we have that here in Los Angeles. Ito yung tinatawag Binondo lumpia, and it's hitik na hitik with a vegetable and of course peanuts, and of course they have this special sauce which make it really mouth watering. Super sarap, this Binondo lumpia. Si Alexander Francisco is watching us as well from Manila, from Project 7. So hello to your family, Alexander. Hello to Sunny Francisco, your dad, and to Edita Lomongo Francisco as well. Yeah, what you're watching, like I said, it's one of the famous restaurants in Binondo on Pink Street. Yeah, this young lady is making or filling out the orders of this Binondo lumpia, and I was filming that, and of course I was very, okay. Now, after watching the creation of the Binondo lumpia, so parking is really tough if you are going to Binondo or to Ongping. I would highly suggest to park somewhere else, maybe in Santa Cruz or Quiapo, and just take a electric, or they call it the pedicab or the e-bike going to there, or you could exercise and just walk, because parking is really a challenge. Talagang ang hirap po mag-park, and this was a weekend, and there's a lot of vendors on both sides. So may mga vendor na kayong kalaban sa pag-park, tapos ang hirap pala ng parking. Talagang we're lucky because the time that I went there, we have a driver, si Ernie was with us, so siya yung nag-drive for us, and of course, yan, makita nyo, these are vegetable na napakamura. Imagine a broccoli, and it's only for 100 pesos per piece. So that's what, roughly $2. So talagang, and these are fresh. Ito po kasi, aside from balintawak, which I have a video of that in the future as well, where all the vegetables and produce are being given, or it's a wholesale. The other place where you could have that would be Divisoria, okay, or Binondo. Yeah, now what you're seeing, this line, is they have this wonderful juice. This is the dragon fruit juice, and you'll see that pinagkakaguluhan din po. It's like a shake, and of course, contrary to my cousin's warning, syempre matigas ulo pag visiting, di ba? So I tried that as well, and you'll see that in a minute. Itong nakikita nyo sa screen na pinagkakaguluhan, ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na parang donut. They call it buchi. Pero during the olden days, ito po yung it's ang dami-daming tao dito, and I have to ask my cousin to fall in line on my behalf kasi talagang ang init during that time. Yeah, so it's really reasonable, but you have to take your spot on this line, and I'll show you that it's either with sugar or with honey. So you'll see that. Ito po yung parang craze ngayon. This is what's it's a crazy thing. Para siyang kumbaga during, if you're familiar with Krispy Kreme, yung donut, this is the authentic the thing. And then here is the fried siopaw that I was talking to you about. Okay, they're selling that as well, but this is the one that I was talking to you about. Yung para siyang hindi siya donut eh. It's bigger than that. It's elongated, and you'll see that in a while because I have a close up of that in this video. Yeah, so it's being cooked, drenched or cooked in oil. Ayan, nakikita nyo, di ba? Ayun, once they dip it into sugar, tapos you buy it at 3 or 4 at a time. So maybe you buy it also. Ayan, no, nakita nyo, nakababad siya o nakalublub siya, or it's cooked in oil, in a very hot oil, and then these are once it's cooked, then it's transferred to another container, and it's either you get it with your special sauce, or the traditional is they sprinkle it with lots of sugar. So yeah, ayan, sabi niya, yeah. Sabi ni Cesar Ong, my in-law, sabi niya, Kuya, bitso yan, may asukal. Yeah, kasi during my time, ang tawag namin parang butchi, pero bitso pala yun. Bitso yan na may asukal. Yeah, tapos, being that you are in Chinatown or in Binondo, very, very entrepreneurial yung talagang mga Chinese. So not only they sell that bitso with asukal, pero dun sa store itself, they're selling other stuff too. And you'll see that as well. Talagang, this is right, if you are into Chinese delicacy and Chinese pastry, this is heaven. It's like, you're gonna get lost. It's like a kid lost in a candy store. Kasi talagang, it's unbelievable talaga. You could see all the peanut cakes and all that, but and this is just one of the sample of the stores that I was able to visit. So yeah. So again, sabi niya, it's bitso yan na may asukal. Yung pala yun. Bitso. Hey. Yeah. Tapos, yung mga nag-PPM sa akin, after the show. Yan. Now, you see ito yung pinagkagulan, ang mura talaga ng dragon fruit sa Philippines. I wish they could be as reasonable here in the US, because here in the US, it's very, very expensive. Pero nakita niyan, ito yung kinukwento ko sa inyo earlier, I was very fascinated with this dragon fruit drink. Of course, contrary to my cousin, si Desi, na sabi niya baka mamaya ma-amoebiasis ako, but I kind of check it out. Mukha namang okay, and there's always a line. And this is para siyang gulaman, pero it's made of alam mo yung palamig, parang sagot gulaman. Instead of gulaman, this is made of dragon fruit, the red dragon fruit. So ang sarap. And it's like 1 peso, 100 pesos. So that's equivalent to what? $2 or like dollar. If it's at 50, so it's $2. Pero it is so worth it. Grabe, ang sarap dito. You could have it either with sugar or without sugar. Of course, if you're diabetic, you do the no sugar deal. It comes with 2 sizes, the large and the extra large. And yours truly, of course. I took the extra large, but it is so worth it, guys. So, ang sarap nito. It's so refreshing. Si Valerie, Valerie is watching us. Watching us from Inglewood. Si Valerie C, or of course si Valerie Mabasa is watching us. And Valerie, one of these days, she will send us some pictures. If you are into mga kakanin like leche plan and like Brazo de Mercedes, killer yung kanyang Brazo de Mercedes as well as leche plan. It is pure, authenticated, super sarap. It's beyond compare. Ayan, sabi ni Cesar ni June, sabi niya, Kuya, masarap din yung sugarcane juice, tubo, yung binibili namin ni Carmi. Si June po kasi is always in Binondo. Yung sugarcane, I saw that as well, yung tubo. But as you know, I'm type 2 diabetic. So I as much as I want to taste it, but I think my sugar will shoot up. Yan, itong line na to, which you are seeing in your screen right now, it's the line for the siopao, the toasted siopao. Yan, or the fried siopao. Yan, so I was, of course, yung fried siopao po, it's the craze right now, aside from the bitsu with asukal. This is the pride. Ito yung pinagkakaguluhan ngayon sa Binondo. Parang there's a long line, and talagang, of course, sabi nila wag na lang mag-line, but of course I have to experience it myself. So if you're going there, expect to fall in line. Very orderly naman po, and they are really fast. You pay first and then you get what you order. Ayan. On top of that, like what I said, they're very entrepreneurial. Ayan. Aside from that, there's a layout of all the kakanins or the Chinese delicacies from yung mooncake to tikoy to hopia and anything that you could think of. Aside from all of that, talagang itong mga stores doon, unbelievable. This particular place or store, ayan, it's always hot po ang kanilang siopaw, ang fried siopaw, and it's 35 pesos each. Yan. At ito ay very famous kasi it was covered and it was touted to be one of the best, if not the best. And yan, ayan paano ginagawa. So again, they're wearing gloves and they're wearing hairnet. So hindi tayo dapat matakot o ma-concern dahil they're really very into sanitation naman. So yung mga taong you feel icky na nako pag sa Chinatown baka mamaya magkaroon ako ng amoebiasis o kaya magkahepa. Not to worry, I saw it myself and it's really they really handle the food really well, and they really acknowledge na talagang because they're selling food and they handle it really well. Ayan, so right after that, sige, lakad-lakad muna, which I would like you guys to do when you're visiting. Park somewhere else because like what I said earlier, parking is a challenge. So if you have a driver, or you could take the e-bike, or they have a lot of tricycles there, and we'll show that as well. Or else, good luck. And then this one, ito naman yung pancake naman. Naku, sabi ni Adele Ordinario, sabi niya, hi Jush Andowitt, Kuya Johan. Hi Adele. Adele is watching us, I guess, in Long Beach. Si Christian Renen Esteban from Anak Bayan, I think. Si Christian watching us from Los Angeles. Hello Christian, long time no see. Sabi ni Adele, ginutom ako. Si Marky Entrudicios watching us from Doha, Qatar. Blessed morning po, Ninong Josh. Si Marky Entrudiccio, happy viewing sa iyo at saka sa wife mo, and of course to Shikina. So I don't know how's the weather there in Doha, but here in Los Angeles very hot. Okay, this is a very famous ano na nga ba to? Ito yung bakery na lagi pinupuntahan. Nako June, ano na nga ba pangalan nitong bakery na to? na-miss ko yung habang dumadaldal ako, na-miss ko yung pangalan ng bakery. Ito po, it's very famous. Lahat po ng pumupunta ng Chinatown, they always want to make sure that they buy all their pastries and all their breads here. Ito yung talagang very, very famous sa Ongping or sa Binondo. So I think I took a close-up of this. This is a very famous Chinese bakery, the very famous po sa Binondo. Okay? Yan, nakakagutom. Tama si Adele. Salazar! Yes, Salazar! Salazar Bakery, salamat. Sabi ko na dapat, Cesar, dapat tag-co-host ka pala sa akin. Kasi alam na alam mo to. Yes, Cesar! Salazar, yan. Salazar, yan. Yan yung very famous. Parang you could not visit Binondo, especially sa Ongping Street, kapag hindi ka bumili dito. Ang sarap ng mga bread nila, it's daily cooked at talagang may pila rin. Tapos lahat ng klase ng bread na andito, lahat ng mga ube, tapos talagang you just have to bring cash kasi a lot of times they don't accept naman credit card. So ayan, pinapagod ko ang aking mga cousin at ang aking pamangkin. Kasi ayan, Salazar, ayun, nakita ko. Salamat, June. Yeah, it's Salazar Bakery. Very famous po ito. Especially for if you are not familiar with Chinatown or Binondo, yan, I'm giving you the tip now that Salazar, ito yung go-to for any bread that you like or you have been dreaming of. Ito yon. So after Salazar, then we went out. Ito po yung famous na parang yeah. So we walk. So as you could tell, people are just walking, of course, and then we're going into this bridge. Yan, yung bridge na yan. Yan. Yan, sabi yan, dyan, paborito ni Carmi. Yeah, so again, this was on a weekend. So the people are a lot. Ito, very famous po ito. Ito yung estero. Yan, so careful lang po kasi especially for our PWD, yung people with disability, sadly yung road po kasi, yung pavement is not as conducive. It's not handicap friendly. So you really have to look after your steps kasi talagang pwede kang matalisod. This one is the estero in Binondo. Ayan, as you could tell, you go there and of course you just have to watch out for your steps kasi pwede ka talagang madapa. And this is the estero. Okay, ito yung world famous estero na talagang they cook. You tell what you wanted and they cook as you ordered. Ayan. Nako, it's a long line of different stalls of restaurants. Parang dito sa Filipinos abroad or if you are abroad, this is what they call food court. But they call it estero. Why they call it estero? Kasi po, katabi niyan ay yung estero or yung, di naman kanal. It's like, there's bridge and there's water. Parang bridge. Parang, basta, estero siya. So, I suggest kasi talagang I would suggest, highly recommend it, especially if you are very tickler when it comes to sanitation. Bring your own utensils. Okay, you could bring your own maybe your forks and your spoons, and you're allowed to do that. Especially if you are not too keen about cleanliness, but super sarap po ng food dito. It's one of those. Yeah, okay. Salamat. Sabi ko na, Cesar eh. Yun, estero in English is creek. Kasi there's a creek beside, behind those stalls, behind the restaurants, there's a creek. Okay, estero, yan. Ang sarap ng food po dito. Si Janet Villarta or Villanueva na, married name niya, is watching. Janet is watching us from, nasa ba si Janet? Janet is watching us from the Philippines, of course. And she a schoolmate sa UP Diliman when I was there. So, and I think they're having a reunion para sa CPA, College of Public Administration. It's gonna be August 30th at the Quezon City Hotel. I'll give you that. So if people who are watching, and if you know anybody who came from or who went to College of Public Administration or NCPAG, National, it's Public Administration College. Yeah, so you could tell, yeah, we're walking towards the street. Yeah. Sabi ni Marky sa Doha daw, very hot and humid po dito sa Doha. Keep safe po, Miss po, God bless. Yeah, oh, si John's watching us from Laguna. Yeah, now I remember. Santa Rosa, the hometown of a good friend of mine, the multi-media star, si Alden Richard from Santa Rosa, Laguna. Yan, si Janet Vallarta. Hello to you and to your family. So lahat po, when I was in Manila, and I visited Binondo, eto yun, lahat ng stores merong line, may pinagkakaguluhan. Siyempre, me being a visitor, me being so-called tourist, and of course, pag may gulo, o may pila, o may pinagkakulan, siyempre curious ako. Of course, I want to know, ano yung pinagkakaguluhan? What's the big deal? Is it food? Kasi, talagang there's so much people there. Yan, so yung pala another delicacy ito, yung parang cake nila, parang taro cake. So if you're familiar with that, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, there's a taro cake that they sell. This one is like a pancake. It's a taro cake. Yeah, and it has some onions and different flavors. Ayan, and again, ito medyo I didn't really taste it because I was looking forward to a good dinner at NB Team, and we'll show that to you in a minute. Pero ito po talaga ang haba rin ng linya of the people who are trying to buy or buying this pancake na they call it onion pancake. There's a Chinese name for that. Maybe June would know what it is. Yung estero, sabi ni Cesar Ong Jr., ni June, sabi niya, katabi ng Greek yung estero. Yan. Yan. So, yeah, aside from that, of course, they sell this isaw, and they sell, they have the pancit, the Chinese pancit, or they call it the Binondo pancit. So, they, of course, they sell the barbecue. It's very reasonable, like 100 pesos lang. So, talagang it's very convenient for a lot of people, especially people who are just curious on the taste. Sabi ni Adel Renario, Rosana Mirabarera, Yahoo, sa Doha na ba kayo? No! Si Rosana is still in Quebec. She was just posting. Nasa Canada pa siya. Si Rosana po is one of our good friend who is a dentist by profession from Calamba, Laguna. She visited, nag-tour yata siya ng North America. She was here in New York, then went to California, and then went to Texas. No, not Texas, but went to Canada. So I think Toronto, Calgary, and now in Quebec. Yan. Si Gemma is watching us. Si Gemma Garcia Cabrera. Sabi niya, hi Sir Josh. Nakahahabol pa. Okay lang yun. Oh, if you guys missed the early portion of this airing or this show, no problem. Like what I said, you could always go back and go to our PHLB Radio YouTube channel. Doon po makikita nyo right after the broadcast, the show, it's already posted there. Just look for the playlist of Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt, and you could click any of the shows that we have done for Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt. Nandun po yan from the very beginning when we started this show 4 years ago. Grabe, di ba? 4 years na tayo nagsama-sama. And again, maraming salamat po. Okay, let's continue with that kasi marami yata. Sabi ni Adele, buti pa umalis na sila kanina. So maybe they're on their way. Yan. So ito po yung Ongping Street naman. So as you could tell, ayan yung mga e-bike na you could it's 100 pesos lang talaga, pero talagang you have to really be patient. So I would really suggest if you're going to Binondo, the best way talaga is to just walk. Kasi one, there's so much sight to see. There's so many food to taste, and it's just a different feeling. It's a different experience. Sabi nga, to know a country and its very nature, you have to taste the food. Now, there's a lot of us who's been gone from the Philippines. So I always tell people, when you are in Manila or when you are in the Philippines, try to visit different places in the country, because you really don't want to be a foreigner of your own country, regardless whether you're already a US citizen, Canadian citizen, or a citizen of the world. There's nothing like being in the Philippines. It's more fun in the Philippines. Now, you're seeing in the video, it's Mr. Ube. Grabe, very entrepreneurial talaga ang Ube. Ito yung these are the extension of the owners of NB team. Sila Mr. Chua, a good friend as well. And I think it's being run now by the children, sila Rosh. Yeah, so ito yung one of their satellite restaurant. Ang maganda po kasi, and you see that this is one of their satellite. Now, they have other locations where you could buy the NB tin wares as well as products, and this is one of them. And makita nyo, napaka-entrepreneurial talaga nila. I think sila Rosh kasi is Atenean. They are from Ateneo. They graduated from Ateneo. So they already took over the father in running the business. Eto na, this is the product. Before kasi, di ba, hopya, we all grew up with hopya. Laging munggo lang, baboy. And you know that yung hopya pala, the munggo is of course made of munggo. Now, I found out, okay, maybe some of you didn't know, di ba may hopyang baboy? Growing up, I thought hopyang baboy is made of baboy inside. Hopyang baboy pala, it's onion. It's onion inside, yung murang onion, the young onion. So hindi po siya baboy. I have to ask maybe our Chinese friend, maybe si Jun Ong, would know bakit do we call it hopyang baboy. Now, when the children took over, ayan na, this was the expansion of their line. Hindi na lang po ngayon yung typical na hopyang baboy, hopyang munggo. Now they venture into different flavors. May hopyang buko pandan, hopyang with choknut, and you'll see that later. Hopyang with ube, which is a bestseller for them, and hopya with makopono. And you see the different hopya that it's being meron din yan, tama si Gilda, sabi niya hopyang kundal, di ba? Grabe, ang dami. And of course, if you are very traditional, ayan, may mga iba-ibang variation po ang hopya, and it's just no preservative. Rush, no pun intended, pero hindi po sponsored ang ating show ng NBT. Natuwa lang ako kasi talagang I am one of I am fond of eating hopya. I grew up eating hopya. Pero ang maganda dito sa NBT, and your store later, talagang they venture into everything now, including fast food na rin. May restaurant na rin po sila, and this is just a welcome surprise. It's a very, very pleasant surprise, and it's fast food, so it's by order. They cook it as you ordered, which is so nice. And now, and the good thing is, a little trivia. Yung owner po kasi, they call him Ube or Mr. Ube. So all the uniforms are made of not made, but color Ube. And even the fire department, yung mga dinonate niyang mga fire trucks, they call it the Ube fire trucks. Yan. So ang ganda. Sabi niya, sabi ni Cesar, maybe si Jun Ong, sabi niya, sana kuya pumunta din kayo sa Carvajal, marami doong kainan. Yes. Yeah, tapos I think, makita nyo, part of the Binondo is the Binondo Church. Ayan. Makita nyo later. Kasi, the thing is, of course, our Chinese friends, our brothers and sisters, Filipino-Chinese or Chinese-Filipino, they're really into the Buddhas and all that. So, you'll see that. So, may mga and this is going towards the Binondo Church. We'll see that in a minute. Itong nakikita nyo nga itong pila rin is to go into the NBT restaurant. Yan. So lalo naging traffic, ang haba ng pila, as you could see, kasi it's very popular, and it's one of those restaurants na talagang it's well appreciated. It's parang if you are in Chinatown or in Binondo for that matter, this is the place to be. This is the place that you should try it and have your food there. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, kita nyo. Yeah, so it's several floors as you could tell, pero talagang you take a number and you wait for your number to be called. Yeah, so iwas kami dyan kasi ang haba ng pila. So we decided to go further pa. Sabi ko sige, maaga pa naman and the best way is to ayan, nakita mo, ayan yung MB team na big store nila sa Binondo. Ito and we'll go there and of course, ayan. So mga pila na naman as always and parking again like what I said, it's really a challenge. So I advise people who will be going there, wear comfortable shoes kasi talagang it's a lot of walking guys. It's not a joke yan. So yeah, nakita nyo, NB team. Yan, we're gonna go in there. Yeah, si Mr. Ube, yan ang may-ari. He is ayan, yun ang mga anak niya, mga kapatid niya. Si Mr. Ube, because that's Mr. Chua. Yan. Si Rush po yung yan, nakita nyo, siya yung most of them are from Ateneo at sila po yung nagpapalakad na kasi si Mr. Ube is semi-retired na. Yan. So these are the people behind the success of ND team of Binondo na talagang you could see it not only in Binondo but they're all over the place. Mandami na po nilang outlets selling all the NB team products. Yan. It takes daw a village for them to have that. So this, as we enter the famous NB team store nila, this is the biggest among the stores that I've seen. Yeah. So yeah. So we go in there, and then I took the liberty of showing all the different products that they have. Kasi unlike in the olden days, di ba? Pag NB team, alam lang natin, hopya, tikoy, muntik. Ngayon, iba-iba na rin po. And courtesy, of course, with the hard work of the children, especially si Rush Chua, yan po. So meron na silang ube, tikoy, pandan, buko pandan, tikoy. Again, this show is not sponsored by ABT. Natuwa lang po talaga ako. Kasi they have the chocolate tikoy. Kasi sanay tayo yung tikoy, di ba? Normally, it's either the tikoy na puti o tikoy na ube o tikoy na regular tikoy. Pero ngayon, they came out with different flavors of tikoy na. So imagine that, may chocolate tikoy. Ay, naku, grabe. So, and this is very famous. Si Jerry Chua, yes, si Mr. Chua, si Mr. Uben na. Yes, I was privileged to meet him here in Los Angeles when the whole family visited on their vacation. And of course, Rosh just got engaged with another family friend of ours, sila Chong, so that with the Chong family. Yeah. Yan, so you could tell, ayan po pinapakita ko right now. It's showing the different tikoy flavor. And tikoy is very well, the holidays is approaching fast na kasi yung tikoy kasi di ba parang there's this tradition or there's belief na during the New Year you have to have tikoy because because of the stickiness dahil masyado siyang yung malakit it's so mas pag daw meron kanya tinanda mo especially during New Year's as well as the Chinese New Year talagang magiging madikit, malagkit din ang pagsasama. Meaning, you are bonded together as family. Yan. So, ito talaga, a lot of people dinadagsak talaga siya. Yan, sabi ni Gilda Cooper, pandan tiko, yum. Yeah, totoo. Ayan. So, more hopya. Yeah, and then they have other things here. I took the liberty to buy some sampalok, which is so nice. So they even have sales. You buy one get one free, and all that. They have all this promo, and then of course the my favorite, the buchi. They have the buchi there, and of course the mooncake. Yeah, and they're very reasonably priced. It's good pricing as well. And then of course they have frozen siopaw as well, so you could take home and you could steam that at home. Yeah, so talagang if you are into tikoys, you are into mooncakes, you are into Chinese pastries, ito po will be, you will feel like you are in a candy store. You will be lost in a candy store. Yan, sabi ni Roy Nick, durian, yeah, totoo, meron durian, hopya. Yan, binili niya sa akin. Sabi ni Roy Nick, happy viewing Roy Nick. Roy Nick is watching us from Project 7. Yes, binili po ako ng durian. So if you are fascinated with the durian fruit, which is very famous and very common in Davao, they have also the durian hopya as well. So talagang what I would suggest when you visit or try to have sample of each one. And the good thing with NB team, they have a sampler of all the different hopya, and it's a full package, and it's again reasonably priced. And they have the peanuts, and they have the roasted peanuts, the garlic peanuts, and all that. So talagang, and of course the champoy, o na gustong gusto, even the beef jerky, and the mahu. Mahu is yung pulled pork. Growing up, my mom would call it karning duro, and that's very famous now for people who are in California, especially with the 85 degrees. They're selling those. They call it the pulled pork or the shredded pork. It's really yung we call it maho. Cesar, ano na nga ba? Yung the karning durog, how do you call that na? Yung nilalagay sa tinapay. Maho! Yes! Thanks, Cesar. Hay nako, dapat talaga nagko-host ka sa akin. Yan, so, ayan, makikita nyo. Again, just for the record hindi po to sponsor ng NB team. At natuwa lang po ako talaga kasi everything that I needed to take back here, ayan, yung Spanish sardines, they have that. They have the regular version as well as the chili version of that. So nakakaaliw kasi it's one-stop shop sa NB team. Yeah, tapos at dami talaga, ayan, different flavors of hopya, different flavors of mini hopya. Imagine that. Lahat po naisip na yata ng Mr. Chua and family, ni Mr. Ube. Yan. Yan, nandiyan. Yan. So, ayan. Tapos, on top of this, yung sa this is first floor. Now, we'll go up the second floor. Makita nyo naman, meron din silang restaurant. So, parang, saan ka pa, di ba? Saan ka pa, where else can you go kung hindi na andito na? It's a one-stop shop. Ang galing talaga ng thought process for this business. Ayan po yung restaurant. Punong-puno rin, and you take a number because it's very popular for the Filipino Chinese community, and of course it's handicap friendly yung store, yung NB team, kasi they have elevator and escalator as well. Now, ayan po, ito yung maganda. Ito yan. As I got off going down the escalator, ayan po, yan yung kanilang famous Binondo Bites. So, ano ba yung Binondo Bites? Ayan po, papakita na. It's yung mga sisig pack, yung parang maliliit na, kasi nga bites nga eh. So, pakita nyo po yun. Parang maliliit na delicacy. Ang sarap. Yan. So, ang mipila rin, and they cook it right there. So, you could take that, you could eat it there or take it home with you if you want. So, yun po. Again, the NB team family did a good job kasi they're very clean, well organized, well placed, and of course, you could taste samplers as well if you are interested as well. Yan. Yan, so gosh, ako yung mga second episode pa natin, o future episode natin na show, nagkaroon po tayo. Ayan, meron din pineapple mango pie. Can you believe that? Grabe no, parang naisip na yata lahat ng combination nitong MBTin family. Now, one of the episode that abangan nyo would be our food trip. Ako, my cousins, and of course, we kind of incorporated that in our lives now when I'm in Manila is to do a food trip. So we did the Pampanga version as well as the Bulacan. And I'll show you that not tonight, but you just have to wait for it para makita nyo rin. Ang saya-saya talaga, makita nyo. And I'll give you some feedback on that. Now, as far as feedback, talagang it's a trip to go to Binondo. It's really one of those that not to miss. And it's important that we enjoy and this is in support of our friends, family, as well as brothers and sisters na from the Filipino Chinese community or the Chinese Filipino community, whichever one. I don't know if we still have some videos. Not sure if I was able to show you all, but again, it's important talaga po as far as what you saw in this video. One, you try to have a lunch or early dinner at Estero. Two, you have to taste the toasted siopaw. Three, the bitso-bitso with asukal. Then you have to have to quench your thirst, you have to try either the sugar cane or tubo drink or the shake, the dragon fruit shake. Or you could buy also the fresh fruits and vegetable, the produce that I have. You have to go to the Salazar bakery because talaga it's a go-to when it comes to bread, all kinds of bread. And of course, not to miss, you have to have food. Either you could try it at the NB Mr. Ube restaurant or the NB restaurant itself and partake. If you visit the store, you could go and taste the different hopia and tikoy and all that, which is just amazing. Talagang, sabi ko nga I think just being there for 1 half day, naku, parang Kuya Josh already gained 3 to 5 pounds. And of course, my sugar went up. But it was worth the trip. And again, advice ko lang po, when you go there, importante po na either you have a driver with you or you could park either close to the Santa Cruz Church or there's a parking lot. Well, it's a paid parking at by Quiapo Market. But it's gonna be a walk. It's gonna be a distance, but if it's a leisure walking would be nice. And then of course if you're lucky enough, there's a lot of street parking for a fee. Of course, you just have to be careful where you park because you want to make sure you don't get ticketed because they're very very strict when it comes to parking. Now, as far as transportation, either you take the e-bike or it's a mini tricycle, but it's electric vehicle that they have. It's very reasonable. Or my suggestion is wear comfortable shoes and just walk the Ongping Street, the Binondo Street, and towards, of course, the Binondo Church. Yeah, very iconic Binondo Church. Yeah, so teka, sabi ni Cesar kaya marami nang line up resto sa lakad natin sa Bulacan at Pampanga. Looking forward to that. Nako, masyado ako na-spoiled ng mga cousins ko while I was there. Like what I said, I have a video of that. Talagang bring your appetite. Talagang grabe, wag na kayong mag-lunch because it's very reasonable. It's like 400 pesos. And of course, they cater to senior and PWD or person with disability. You get, if it's not a promo price, you get a 20% discount on that. And it's all you could eat. The time limit really is 2 hours, but they don't really observe that. And we'll talk more about that in detail. So we did actually 3 or 4 restaurants in Pampanga. And of course, I think two two or one or two in Bulacan, and I'll give you a feedback on that. And of course, basta iba talaga. And to our friends as well as brothers and sisters na mga Kapampangan, or people, if you grew up or you were raised in Pampanga, oh my God, you are the best cook. It should really be called the culinary capital of the Philippines, because walang tapon ang kahit anong pagkain when it's cooked by a Pampanggen, mga taong from Pampanga or Kapampangan. For some reason, it's either the air they breathe, it's just like whatever it is that they cook, it's just simply amazing. Yan. So kudos to our family, friends, and relatives, brothers and sisters ng mga Kapampangan. I salute you talaga po. When it comes to cooking, you are best of class, best of the best. Sabi ko. And you'll see that in future shows, because I took videos of that, at makita nyo talaga how we enjoyed their culinary expertise, especially in Pampanga. Yan. So what a day that we had. It was a beautiful day when we went there. It was my suggestion, kung off day nyo, that's the time to go to Binondo. Kasi if you go there on a weekend, ang dami po talagang tao. Kasi talagang this is a place to be at. The succeeding shows, we will show you naman the Divisoria. Again, this particular video was taken prior to the proclamation of Yorme Isko Moreno. So medyo makita natin siguro yung difference kung may mga kalat na nakita kayo on the streets, going to the different places in Binondo. To my understanding from very reliable sources, those are already gone, because talagang nagkaroon ng clean up ang whole city of Manila, and that's because of the leadership of the current mayor, Yorme Isko Moreno. And hopefully I will have a video of that soon, so you could see the before Mayor Isko Moreno took office and now. So kudos to you, Mayor, and nakahanga-hanga yung ginagawa mo sa City of Manila. So, sabi niya, sabi niya, mismo na yung, okay, suso po. So let's pronounce it right. I am a fan. I am a fan of, tako masyado akong ginatang suso, or ito po yung escargot, if for people who are not familiar with suso, or these are farm raised, or and I'll show you that as well, and it's cooked in coconut milk. Napakasarap. It is so heavenly. I think you'll see that when we show you that video, the forthcoming video. Makita niyo po talaga this escargot, if you're traveling in different parts of Europe, they are very expensive. The escargot is very expensive. And if you're familiar with Pretty Woman, yun po yung kinakain, o yung na-eksena doon si Julia Roberts on how to eat it. And I will show you that, kasi I think I have a video on how to eat the Filipino way ng suso. Kasi sa Europe, sinusukit parang mini pork, fork yan. Pero sa Pilipinas po, ginagamit nyo ay toothpick. And it's really amazing. Ang sarap! Ayan, nagutom na talaga si Kuya Josh. Sabi ni Gilda, go to Cabalen. Nako, Gilda. Jigs, Cabalen, it's unbelievable. Sana one of these days, Jigs, I will be with you in Manila, and we'll take you to Pampanga. Yun talaga authentic. Not to discredit Cabalen, pero there's nothing like, if you go to Ima, if you go to Lorenzo, it's amazing. These places are just amazing places. And again, they're not sponsored. I'm not a food blogger yet, but definitely those are places to partake and to sample the Kapampangan food. Yeah, the escargot. Yeah, sabi ni si Kai Caparas is watching from Laguna. Hi Kai. Hi Alu. And high and a happy christening or baptism to your child. I think I was not there because obviously I'm here in the US doing this show. But so well, it was a pleasure to be with you tonight. Finally, alam ko po medyo the past few weeks, Kuya Josh has been doing a lot of replay because I was traveling intensively. I was doing some fiestas dito sa Houston, and we'll cover that as well. And of course, there's some things that I have to do privately, but again, I am in awe, and of course, I would not I would not lose, and I would never ever uh, lose the fact of thanking you for all the support that you're giving to our shows. Not only Alam Mo Ba, but to Dear Kuya Diyos, kasi po talagang nakakataba po ng puso. Whether it's replay or whether it's live, you are there watching us live and making comments. Yeah, sabi ni Cesar, nagaling talaga ni Cesar. Sa Lorenza, not Lorenzo. Yan po yung isa sa restaurant na pinuntahan namin sa Pampanga. It's really, it's no sponsorship yet from them, but definitely super sarap. And with that, tomorrow live rin po ako. Ang topic po tomorrow, napakaganda po. I think for our friends and family and supporters as well as viewers, watch po tomorrow because it's about acknowledging the love that our parents did for us. And ang ganda ng letter, it is so touching and poignant, and I think it needs to be heard, it needs to be read, and it needs to be discussed. Ang episode title for tomorrow is Kung Kailan Pa. Yan. So, hindi pa ako magre-replay tomorrow. It's gonna be live sa Dear Kuya Josh. So with that, maraming salamat again for tuning in. There's a lot of people who watch our show live today. There will be other travelogue that I will be covering. There'll be, yung People's Park in Tagaytay, I did that as well. Tapos yung, aside from Binondo, meron po different parts of the metropolis as well as provinces. I think magugustuhan niyo po because this was done out of love, especially for people, especially now po with the Filipinos abroad who are too afraid to travel, especially if you are immigrants or green card holder. And we'll have that discussion. We'll invite Conjen Adelio Cruz of the Philippine Consulate, the Philippine Consulate Conjen General in Los Angeles, to talk more about that para meron tayong the myth and versus the facts of the green card holders and travel to the Philippines. And definitely we'll talk about that. Now, sabi ni June Ong, grabe ang bilis naman, tapos na agad. Yes, it was, I try not to put so much travel video in one show because para talaga ma-concentrate lang natin. So our friends and family as well as brothers and sisters who would be visiting Philippines, that these are places, there's nothing like a place like home. There's Philippines is really a beautiful country, and hopefully there'll be some order in government that this is really one of those. Sabi nga, it's more fun in the Philippines. At yung common po na is love the Philippines and love the world. Parang ang ganda, di ba? So it's a beautiful country. There's so much to see. We'll show you that in succeeding shows, in future shows. So looking forward to that, and definitely we have announcement of that. But for now, I will sign off for now. I'll see to you guys tomorrow on Dear Kuya Josh. That's going to be 1 p.m. if you're watching us in Manila or in the Philippines. And it's going to be 10 p.m. here in the Pacific. And it will depend really, it depends really on your time zone and your location and where you are at. But if you missed any of the shows, of PHLB Radio, please do like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And the playlist is already there of all the shows of PHLB Radio. And yeah, that is for now. So as we say goodbye, or we say temporarily signing off, I always advise and remind people to be kind. You can never you can never uh, you can never be faulted for being kind. And any act of kindness that you do to people, it is already guaranteed. It will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, in different space, in different situation, with different people. And when you wake up in the morning, be grateful, because the mere fact that you woke up, it's already a blessing in itself. And that gives you a new platform, a new day to make things better, to make it a wonderful day. And make sure that you choose to be happy. When you open your eyes, be grateful and choose to be happy, because that would set your mood for the whole day, regardless of the problems, regardless of the challenges that might hit you that day. If you choose to be happy, your great blessings are meant for you to share. So as they said, to whom much is given, much is required. And with that, maraming salamat po. Hopefully you could join me again tomorrow for another episode of Dear Kuya Josh. If not, you enjoy the rest of the week. If you are watching us in the Philippines, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your family. And if you're watching us in the parts of the world, have a blessed weekend. And I hope and I pray for a wonderful weekend, a productive weekend, a safe weekend, as well as a wonderful next week for everybody. Make it a prolific, make it a wonderful, phenomenal week next week. And God bless us all. Bye, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye.